What's up, bros and sis? This is your homeboy Richman. Nagbabalik po para sa isang trending incident. Kung Pilipino ka, alam mo yung nangyari dun sa Gilas versus Australia sa FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Anyways, happy 4th of July, all the Americans out there. Happy 4th of July. And I'm gonna react sa nangyari. So, napanood ko yung laro. First and foremost, what would I say is, it's, kagaya na sabi ng iba, it's very unfortunate. But it already happened. And of course, may consequences na yung mga ipapataw sa nangyari. First off, I want to say I'm a full-blooded Filipino and I'm very proud of what I have seen with Gilas Brotherhood. You know, if somebody falls down, you just don't bow down to foreigners and say, you know what, fuck it, right? I am so proud of what they did, because if they didn't react to anything like that, to all the bullying, the taunting that the Aussies did, they would just think that, hey, we can just go by and just do it again and do it again and do it again. First and foremost, Aussies, you should have known what your place was on that event, on that stage, and where you were. Because if you really do have, you know, good morals and respect, you would have respected the Philippines. And it started, I think, a day before. You guys were, who do you think you are? You just taking off decals, sponsors from the court, and not asking the authority to help you guys out and say your concerns about the logo, about the sponsor on the court. You could have just said, hey, can you all just take it out for a while because it's slippery? Because that was your reason, right? It was slippery. But if you do have respect for the country and for the authorities in this country, or in the Philippines, well, I'm in the United States, so I mean, whatever. But you know, if you have respect and good morals, you would have just asked the Filipino authority to do it. And second of all, it's approved by FIBA, so you don't have the right to take it off by yourselves and just do whatever you want in a foreign country. Second, during the warm-ups, Kickert, who started the Brawl, was already, you know, bullying the Filipinos by pushing them, you know, because they were on the line, or on the half-court line where, you know, it separates two teams from warming up. So, I mean, you could have just said, hey, you're stepping on our side. You could have just said, you don't need to push people around. You know, Filipinos were still nice. You know why? Because you're pushing around a team, you know, physically. You're already bullying them at that point. And to be honest with you, it could have already started over there. You know, the brawl could have started right there. But hey, we're still nice, right? We let you do that. We let you pass by. Okay. And number three, the coach of the assistant coach, former NBA player, forgot his first name, but I think it was assistant coach Longley, who said on the interview, the post interview, that Chut Reyes was to blame because he told the players to be put somebody on the floor, and by that they really think he means, you know, have fight with somebody. It just means, you know, let them know that we're here. Be physical. That's what he meant. You know, you put too much things on that. You made it literal. Like literally, you just, that's what you think it was, right? And to be honest with you, who started the brawl? And that's where we're gonna go. So basically, let's go back to the last play before the brawl happened. So what happened was, so I think it was an offensive foul called on Pugoy, on Golding. So I'll be honest with you. I think Pogoy was really physical in that play. He did through an elbow. I think twice. He tried to, but if you're gonna look at the replay, his elbow didn't hit Golding at all. And you're gonna see it's a clear flop on Golding. But hence, okay, it's already dead ball. The foul is already called on Pogoy for offensive foul, Australia ball. And how dare kicker just went out of nowhere and hit the 6'2" Pogoy with his 6'10" frame with full force elbow on his head. You know what could have happened to Pogoy at that time? He could have had a concussion. He could have serious injuries on that play. It was already dead ball. What's the whole point of doing what he did? And so of course, emotions probably was already full at that time because of the prior things that they were doing to the Filipinos. So I mean, and that's where it all started. You see Castro doing a Superman punch on kicker, and then that's where it all escalated. And I wouldn't say that the Filipinos doesn't have any wrong on this. Of course, it's gonna look bad on us because it was on the Philippines when it happened, and that's how the Filipino players handled the situation. Fair enough, that was our fault, sure. But then I can't blame them for protecting their brother because a team is also a brotherhood, and emotions were already probably super high at that time, and they just can't help it, and everything just escalated from there. However, I would say that the Filipino side of me was very, very proud of what they did. They stood up for their brother who was bullied, who could have had a fatal injury, or could have, who knows, right? It could lead to death. I mean, 6'10" frame, just running elbow, full weight on a 6'2" guy, really. But like they said, it was unfortunate and it happened. The funny thing is, the Filipinos, the Gilas, all of them already apologized. And Australians, I think the last time I've seen their interview with Kickert and Longley was, all Kickert was said was it was unfortunate, right? Didn't say sorry to nobody, didn't say sorry to the Filipinos. He started all of this. How dare you step in our country and just do all of that stuff, and you think you're gonna get away with it? Really? Really? And as far as I'm so disgusted with, the Australians and how they handled all this stuff prior to and after, I mean, I'm more disgusted with the Filipinos who keeps on saying that embarrassing, even with the ex-Gilas player who was Jimmy Alapag said embarrassing. Some PBA players said embarrassing. And the funny thing is, if you're gonna see those people who said that, they all grew up in another country. They might have Filipino genes, but they grew up in another country, and they probably don't know the samahan ng mga Pilipino, right? It means like brotherhood. They probably don't know our culture that much, and they said embarrassing. And let me tell you this, I am more embarrassed with Filipinos who said that what the Gilas did was embarrassing. It was typically because we are very known to be hospitable people. That's pretty given. And, we are willing to kiss ass for visitors, for foreigners. But we can't even hug our own, right? So, who's more embarrassing? I think the most or more embarrassing is the Filipinos who keep saying embarrassing. Because you guys are Filipinos, man. You should be... I'm getting emotional with this because, I mean, like, they would really do anything to please foreigners. And they can't even support their own kind. Nakakahiya. Kayo ang nakakahiya. Nakakahiya. Nahihiya ako maging Pilipino dahil sa mga Pilipinong katulad nyo. Kayo ang nakakahiya. Na willing kayong pagsilbihan ang mga banyaga na pag dumating sila sa Pilipinas, sobra kayong makaasikaso. Na lahat gagawin nyo para lang ma-please yung mga dayuhan na yan. Pero sarili nyo, kinahihiya nyo. Sariling atin, kinahihiya nyo. Nakakahiya kayo at nahihiya ako na Pilipino ako nang dahil sa mga katulad nyo. So, that's it for this reaction vlog. Nakakalungkot at nakakadismaya. But minsan nakakayang sabihin na Pilipino ka. Dahil kapwa mo Pilipino, kinahihiya ka. At tatapusin ko na dito yung video na to. And sa mga Pilipino na ganyan ng ugali, ang mentalidad, siguro magpaalila na lang kayo sa ibang banyaga. Dahil sa sariling bayan nyo pa lang, yumuyuko na kayo sa mga banyaga. Naintindihan ko po yung mga OFW dahil kailangan mong kumita ng pera. Pero andun ka na sa sarili mong bayan. Yumuyuko ka pa rin sa ibang lahi. That's it for this vlog, bros and sis. And have a good one.